good companies. We got off to a good start. A little bit of nerves and jitters, but that's always the way. That never goes away, I don't think. But
well, I think there were some very exciting and ambitious projects.
So there's so many of them. For instance, the infogram. Visualizations are beautiful and they're such a powerful way of telling a story. But building beautiful graphical presentations of numbers is not easy. So having a tool that can do that for you in minutes, that's really attractive, right? The Droid translator, I after seeing the presentation, want to install it on my phone. There's a lot of people here who speak French. I'm going to try it out today. So there's a lot of those kind of apps where you go, I can see how they can have an application in my daily life. So I'm excited about those.
I think in particular I like that company called Apprentice that we had the pleasure of judging today. I could relate very much to the problem they are trying to solve. I've got two daughters who are trying to learn the guitar as well. We had to find a teacher. That was not easy. They've got a solution that could help us do that. So I could definitely relate to this, and I think that's something I could scale and was quite differentiated.
The other one that I like was Flinja. I think it's a very ambitious project. I think it's trying to bring crowdsourcing to many tasks.
Almost everything we're looking at today, the market opportunity is very large, but to really understand something that's not just slightly making something better, but making something profoundly better for consumers.
I think the companies that talk about their business and help us to understand why there's a good business behind the product and how they will be successful, really that's the key in helping us understand that there's a business behind some of these really interesting products.
Well, I think it's hard because these presentations are really short, and the thing that's hard to get a feel for is the quality of the founder or the founders, and I like to spend a lot of time on that.
Well, I like the fact that, it's good to have a demo. So basically, without a demo, sometimes you're kind of lost into words. Quick demo would have been good.
One of the startups, for example, didn't use the maximum time that they have to present, which obviously if you have some time on stage, you should try to to maximize it.
We always like to see some data. Even if there is not a lot of data, I would always encourage people to give data. Not too many sort of vanity metrics, but be quite open about what's working, where they don't have visibility yet. But some early data is always good.
The one thing is definitely knowing the space, knowing others that have tried to go at that space and where have they failed, so learning from other people's mistakes. Because I think most of the ideas we saw today are in spaces that others has tried to solve already. Some of them have interesting new ideas and new ways to solve that space, but I think learning better others what they did in this space and what didn't work well, I think would have added value to their pitch. I think some of them are still need to figure that out.
When we invest in a company, it's not only about the product that you have today, especially in the very early stage of the company. It's about the product that you want to build in the next 5 to 7 years. And I think I would have loved to hear a lot more about that.
I think it's the mix of the idea and the entrepreneur, but for me, something that's really disruptive in a market.
The most important thing to me are the entrepreneurs involved in a business, and so you need to be sold on them first. Then I think other things can be put in place once you have that.
And that they're solving a real problem. If they're just solving something that is a nice to have, people won't pay for that. People that pay for a real problem, kind of like when we get morphine. You need morphine to get rid of a pain. An aspirin is just, it might work, and I don't really need it. Even though, the aspirin market is huge, the morphine market is bigger.